pressure is growing on Congress to act against gun violence after America's deadliest mass shooting. Page one of this morning's Boston Globe demands make it stop. The image is an AR-15 rifle similar to the weapon used in many mass shootings. That demand for action is shared by many after a gunman killed 49 people in an Orlando nightclub.
In Washington, Democrats showed their anger with a surprise filibuster on the Senate floor. Its ringleader, Senator Chris Murphy, used to represent the district where 20 children were murdered at the Sandy Hook Elementary School. We will talk with Senator Murphy in a moment. First, Nancy Cordes is on Capitol Hill, where the filibuster lasted into the early morning. Nancy, good morning.
Good morning. That's right. He finally wrapped up at around 2 a.m. after pushing for gun votes for nearly 15 hours. Murphy is a first-term senator from Connecticut who was elected just 1 month after the Newtown shooting in his home state left 20 children and 6 adults dead, and he has been pushing for gun votes ever since.
I've had enough of the ongoing slaughter of innocents, and I've had enough of inaction in this body.
Senator Murphy took fellow Democrats by surprise when he went to the floor at 11 a.m. and announced he wasn't leaving.
We're asking for 2 votes on what could be consensus measures.
The first would block those on terrorist watch lists from buying a gun. The second would require background checks for guns sold at gun shows and through online retailers. A new CBS News poll finds 57% of Americans support stricter gun laws.
People have been waiting for action.
Nearly every Senate Democrat showed up at some point to support Murphy, whose constituents lost children in the Sandy Hook massacre.
Why would a terrorist or potential terrorist be allowed to have a firearm?
We ought to be able to reflect the will of the American people.
Senate rules required Murphy to stand on the Senate floor the entire time to keep control. New Jersey Senator Cory Booker stood, too, in solidarity.
When you attack one American, you attack us all.
Republicans have their own measure to block gun purchases by potential terrorists, but it would require police to go through the courts, an extra step they say will ensure no one with a right to a gun gets denied.
Nobody wants terrorists to have firearms. We're open to serious suggestions.
After nearly 15 hours, Murphy said he had gotten signals that his 2 measures would get a vote. And he wrapped up with this.
It takes courage to look into the eye of a shooter and instead of running, wrapping your arms around a 6-year-old boy. What can you do to make sure that Orlando or Sandy Hook never, ever happens again?
Murphy's office says it got 10,000 calls from constituents during the filibuster. It was a trending topic on Twitter. But even if he does get those gun votes, there is no guarantee that the 2 measures will pass. They have both failed before. The best shot is that Democrats and Republicans will be able to figure out a way to combine their 2 bills to keep guns out of the hands of would-be terrorists. But Charlie, so far, negotiations haven't gone anywhere.
Thanks, Nancy.